YouTube. So it is Wednesday morning on the way to work. Oh, check out this guy. He's passing, and that is not a passing zone. Everybody's in a hurry, looks like. Anyway, yesterday I put up the one video you saw me. I got my lift installed, and the whole point of having a lift is so I can put the motor in my black car. Also do maintenance and all later, but that's why my engine's been at the house on an engine stand this whole time for a couple months now, just waiting to be put in the car. The only way to put that engine in that car is to raise the car up, drop the K-member out, bolt the engine, everything to the K-member, roll it on the car, and then lower the car down and bolt it all back up. So it's also a big girl. That thing is, it's a 5.4 with 4 valve heads. It is wide. It takes up a lot of room. And part of that, I've got the headers on it before it goes back in the car, because they're near impossible to do without doing that. And you've got to put the K-member on first and then get the headers in, because you got to twist and turn them in. And the damn old dipstick tube is a real pain to get in as well. But anyway, got all that done. My wife helped me get everything completed. I put her to work tightening down the headers and everything. I got the new Stage 8 locking bolts that go on the headers, because last time when I took it out, I could tell I had an exhaust leak around one of the header tubes on the driver's side. It just loosened up over all these years. The weight of the turbo kit pulling down and all the vibrations in the car, it kind of loosened up the bolts. So now I got a better set of bolts that it shouldn't loosen up. And we got it all installed last night. Got to fit it in there, like shoehorn in there is probably the best way to say it. I didn't think it's too bad between me and her running the lift and me moving the motor around to line up the bolt holes, and then drop it down. I've got these aluminum spacers made that spaces the K-member to the frame. And what it does is it lowers the motor a little bit, because that Sullivan intake, and even with a 4-inch cowl hood, it would still hit the hood without those spacers. So it's got the spacers in it, lowers it down, keeps from hitting the brake booster and all that good stuff. So we got it in, tightened up, and we called it a night. But at least right now the motor is in the car. There's a few little things I've got to do, hooking up the, the V-bands and hooking up all the water hoses and everything, putting oil in it and all that good stuff. But I don't have a transmission still. That's going to be a little bit. I'm spending all this money on the garage, as you can tell from my videos. But at least I want to get the engine in the car and get it close, ready to go. But anyway, stay tuned. You'll see it all in this video. It's pretty cool. Having the wife help me was great. Give her something to do. She took auto tech in high school, and she'll tell you that. So she knows her way around a wrench. And her dad was a mechanic, or is a mechanic, or was a mechanic when he was younger. And long story short, it was nice to have my wife help me out. And the new lift worked perfect. All right, so first day with the lift. It's been a couple hours since the guys installed it. I've already got my black car on it. I just started taking everything apart so I can get the K-member out. So what that consists of is you undo the strut, your brakes, your caliper mount, pull the rotor off so you can get this K-member as light as you can, unhook it from the car here, and the steering linkage, tied the steering linkage up here, and started getting out all the bolts on the K-member. So there's 2 up in the front here, and there's 2 in the back. Already got those loose. Already got the other side taken off, so I'm gonna pull these 2 bolts. I got my little stand here, kind of keeping pressure on the K-member so I can get the bolts out and just pull it out real easy. Once that's off, that's how I can attach it to the motor and then get it back in the car. But pretty easy to take it apart. I'd already had it apart a couple times, pulling the transmission out and pulling the motor out and all that. So anyway, there you go. Just like that, K-member's out. So all I gotta do now is raise the car up in the air, put my bolts over here. now it's sitting on the locks. You can see the K-members out here, completely open inside. So now I have to put the K-member and the headers on the motor, and then I can put it back up in the car. But it's a little bit of a challenge on this car because the way the headers are custom made around the K-member and all, if I remember right, I got to put the headers on first, then get the K-member on it, and then I can get up in the car. Alright, so the wife's helping me out put the motor together. So you basically have to put the K-member on first on this motor, and then you can put the headers on. And don't forget your dipstick tube, which is a real fun thing to get in and around here. You tighten up all the motor mounts and the K-member, you tighten up the headers, and now I'm just going over everything, making sure I got everything ready. I got a water tube in the back that goes across like this, and one in the front like this. So I just put new O-rings on this. So I got her going inside to get some Vaseline, because I put that around the O-ring, and that allows it to slide in without tearing the gasket. So we're going to put those in now, because it's real hard to get to the back of the motor once it's in the car. So we'll put those in, they'll be tight. You can see I got all my idle air control valve here is in there. The coils, the spark plug wires are hooked up, and this is just the rest of the harness to be plugged in. So we are real close to putting it in the car now. So once I get the O-rings greased and put this on, we'll slide it down and go up. All right. All right, go ahead and lower it down. A little bit more. That hole right there. Let's see how close my camera is to going in the hole. Pretty close. Alright. Take these off. See how far away that might be. Alright, you can lower it down some more. Hold on just a second. Alright, now I got the spacer in. Get this bolt lined up. Alright, go ahead and lower it down some. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit more. Alright, hold on. It's my camera must be in a bind. Alright, raise it up a hair. I got those two bolts in and the spacer. Now we'll do spacer. It goes right here. Line up these bolt holes. Put this spacer in. Do me a favor and raise it up just a hair. Alright. That'll do it. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, and now I need those other two bolts, please. And I'll line those up here. Thank you. Of course, now I gotta shift the motor back toward my way a little bit. Like that. Start now. Oh yeah. I say that. It's gonna fight me. Must not be lined up. There it goes. Alrighty. That's it. Now that's in, spacer's in, all that shit there's in. Okay, you can let it all the way down, or let it down. Go ahead. Oh, that's good. All right. Now I can get in here and tighten all these bolts up. And once it's tight, that'll be that. Raise it up and take the motor stand off. But for tonight, it's in there. Back in place. Amazing when you have your own lift, what you can get accomplished. And a little help from my partner over here. Say something for the audience. They like you. They like you. You gonna go work out real quick? I'm gonna throw a bag over, do a couple push-ups. Huh? Come on. The fans want to see more of you. I've been told that you bring comedy to the channel. Shout out to School Media and Brazzle Performance Fabrication. The Hook Book Jesus. Coming soon.